So today I'm here with Lena Thompson, and very excited to have a chat with you today, Lena. Now, Lena deals with cutting-edge technology to help people achieve their optimal health. And because I'm a coach who deals with chronic health, I'm really interested in this. So it's great that we're going to have a chat today, Lena. Would you like to tell me a little bit about what you do and how you got started?
Sure. Hi, Helen. It's really great to chat to you here this morning, or this afternoon, rather. Yes, so like you've briefly mentioned, I work with this cutting-edge technologies, but this is something I only came across rather recently. My background is in computer science. I've been always kind of very analytical, very, driven by my logic. And I've spent many years in IT, traveling, working on big projects, but that has never really been my passion or my interest. And about a year and a half ago, I decided to start a new business. I decided to put my IT life behind me, and I started my first business called Driving Miss Daisy, where we provide companionship and transport services to our clients. And a lot of them are in pain, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, often all three together combined. Now, because I've always had this interest in mind-body connection and health and wellness, and also even when I was working in IT, I qualified as NLP and Reiki practitioner, I knew that there was different ways for my clients, to get healthier, to get better, or even just to relieve the pain naturally without pumping themselves with drugs. And one day, it was about November last year, I was at a networking event where I came across this guy. He was standing there with some like patches, what they look like little plasters, and he was telling me how his wife has had arthritis for so many years, and she's been in so much pain, was struggling to hold knife and fork. Just overnight, her pain has completely dissolved. The next morning, when she woke up, she could take knife and fork. She took a tennis ball, and her hand was functioning completely normally. So that obviously got me quite interested, because I had so many clients and even my family struggling with arthritis. And that's what started my journey with this company, Nature's Frequencies.
Wow, that's incredible. Now, like I said, I deal with people with chronic pain, and I'm just wondering, could you tell us a bit more about these patches? Because I've got quite a few clients who might be interested in that sort of thing.
Sure. So basically, this company, Nature's Frequencies, they have been manufacturing energy wearable products for the last 7 years, and exclusively worked with medical practitioners. Earlier this year, they decided to launch the products worldwide because of the just success, that the practitioners were seeing with the patients. And they scientists, they've got a lab, they're based in Massachusetts, I think it's near Boston somewhere in America. They scientists, they found a way of extracting frequencies and energy from the nature, and then programming this hologram of patches with these frequencies. We've got a number of, we've got a range of resources available. So some of them, like the one I was telling you about earlier for arthritis, is called Relief Patch. And it is programmed with hundreds of different frequencies and also energies and frequencies of 6 essential oils. So they help with any muscular pain, discomfort, joint pain, arthritic pains, or inflammation. And my uncle, this is quite a personal experience, because my grandmother, she had polyarthritis. She died quite many years ago now. But my uncle, he's had arthritis for 20 years, and it got so bad that for the last number of years, he can't even move his shoulder. So, it's a real agony really for him to even have a shower, because of, he can't really reach the shower handle properly. When he got the patches, I still remember it was Saturday evening, he put them on, and on Sunday morning, he went to have a shower, and he rang me. He said he nearly fainted, because not only he was pain-free, but his arm was completely mobile. He took a shower. He was, he was getting so excited that he actually ran to the gym afterwards. So this specific page, we've got just frequencies of essential oils. Now, I've got also Cbd Patch, and the benefits of CBD are widely known now. It's quite popular out there. I know a lot of people don't really like drinking or smelling things, and I haven't really had a sip of it because I believe it's, well, I mean, it's not, I don't like drinking things or eating or rubbing, but this patch just has frequencies of CBD. There is nothing else in it, and it helps with inflammation. It also helps with anxiety and stress. But what is actually more amazing, you can take these little patches, you can peel them off, and you can stick it on your cream. And your cream will absorb the frequencies of CBD, so it will become a CBD cream. You can put it on your water. So you can drink water, and you put it literally on a glass, and then you drink the water, and then absorbs the frequencies, so it calms you and relaxes you. Same on your coffee or anywhere else. It doesn't have to be straight on your body because, it just affects, it changes the biofield around it, and you can feel it all around you. It's really brilliant.
Wow, that sounds incredible. And actually, having used CBD oil before, it tastes horrible. So the thought of actually putting something on my water bottle is quite attractive. That's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Absolutely.
And it sounds as though the effects are quite instant or fairly instant. Is that the case most of the time?
It depends, obviously. It's like, let's say you take ibuprofen, you may get a relief straight away, I might not, or maybe a bit later. So everybody is different. So I do have, some clients which will be pain-free within 20, 30 minutes, even though they've got chronic pain for many years. My mom was one of those. And I also have a client from Driving Miss Daisy, she's 94, and we put relief patch on her, and another one is called Nitro. Nitro has frequencies of nitric oxide, and that opens up your blood vessels, your arteries, so it pumps more oxygen and blood into your heart. And we all naturally produce nitric oxide. Just with time, we get, more deficient in it. Without it, we will simply die. So this stimulates the production of nitric oxide, and your body will only absorb whichever frequencies it needs and amount it needs. So with that specific line, when we put the nitro patches on her, and we went home, we got a call about 30 minutes later from her saying she was on top of the world and she wanted to go dancing. And that comes from a lady who's been in a wheelchair for many years in severe pain in her knees and her lower back and no memory. Then when her daughter went to see her, I think it was the following day, she phoned me completely shocked because now her mom remembered things that happened 10, 15 years ago, which she wasn't able to remember before. So because obviously, she had more oxygen and more blood and the circulation has improved, her memory started improving. We have clients with Alzheimer's whose memory comes back. And there, I've got a before and after picture. It's just incredible to witness it. So to answer your question, sometimes the relief is immediate, especially with the relief patch, with the CBD, and another one is called WOW, because they're specifically designed for discomfort, for pain. And I've got clients with the earthing card. So earthing card has got a sacred geometry printed here, and it's programmed with frequencies of earth. And a lot of people use it for health conditions such fibromyalgia, Lyme, fatigue, chronic fatigue, etc. I use it sometimes for like tension in my neck, and I feel the pain also, pain relief immediately. But for something like an immunity patch, which strengthen your immune system, or maybe even nitro patch, which improves your circulation, memory, the results may not be as immediate because it's for your overall well-being and health. So sometimes you can't really track it up until maybe 2-3 weeks later when you go, hang on a second, normally I'm in bed by 9 with no energy, now it's 11 o'clock and, I feel amazing. So that's, how you can also track it.
That sounds amazing, that not only is it helping your body, but it's helping your mind as well. So
absolutely.
I love that.
Absolutely. Yeah, especially CBD patch, because it's for anxiety and for stress, for depression, for things like that. It definitely helps you mentally. And earthing card also. Earthing card, people struggling with sleep, with insomnia. I know they benefited a lot from earthing card. You can just put it in a pillowcase and sleep with it. Or what some people also do is they run water over the card into like 4 glasses, and they put a glass on a corner of the bed, so 4 corners, 4 glasses, and they said that their sleep has completely changed. They sleep like babies now.
Wow, that's amazing. I myself actually suffer from insomnia. And so, for instance, last night I was up for about 3 hours just not able to sleep. So this sounds definitely like something I need to try.
Right, and I mean, I think why it also helps is because it protects us from this electromagnetic radiation within 3-meter radius. So we all have gadgets in our house, right? Our phones, laptops, power sockets. We don't even know what we have underneath the houses, what kind of wiring. There's these transmitters outside, the power lines, etc. It all creates this electromagnetic radiation, so EMF, and that causes a lot of stress on our bodies. Our bodies are being bombarded by the harmful frequencies of EMF. So what this card does, it filters out these harmful frequencies of electromagnetic radiation, so then it doesn't affect us. It harmonizes and neutralizes our bodies. And it's the same thing with EMF shields. So an EMF shield something goes in the back of your phone like this, or your laptop, Wi-Fi routers, TV, printers, everything. So when somebody says to me they're not sleeping well, my first question is, what is in your house? You know, do you spend much time on the phone, on a laptop? And it doesn't matter if you switch it off at night, because if you think about it, you're still exposed to it 16 hours a day. So even if it's for 8 hours, it's on a fly mode, or, you know, you switch your Wi-Fi off at night, it's still, you know, if you take like a hammer and you smash your hand for 16 hours and you leave it for 8, it's still going to hurt. Same as with EMF. So it's just really, you know, just staying aware, I guess, of things like this could be affecting your sleep. EMF could be one of many reasons.
Mm-hmm. And you're right, we've all got so many gadgets. I mean, we've got tablets, phones, laptops. I use all of those for at least 5 hours a day, and I watch the television. So would you recommend using shields on every single device in the home to get maximum benefit?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend something, especially you hold in your hand or you touch with your hand. So that's your phone, that's your laptop, and that's your iPad. If you have an iPad, you know, for kids, it could be, you know, Xbox if they play. I also got one on a Wi-Fi, on a router. On a TV, I think it depends, you know, how close you sit to it, because obviously the further you are away, the less you're exposed to it. So if you do have some spare shields, sure, stick them on. Or if you find, you know, even after putting all the shields and all of those gadgets that you really have to put on, you're still not sleeping, I would stick them there also. Smart meters, that's the biggest one, really. You need at least 2 or 3 on a smart meter. Boilers, also, you know, baby monitors. If you think about the wireless baby monitors, that's a massive hub of EMF. And what parents typically do, they leave it right next to your crib, right next to the head of the babies. And kids absorb so much more radiation than we do because their skulls are so much thinner. And, you know, I mean, World Health Organization has already declared that exposure to this wireless radiation is carcinogen for humans. And, you know, the risks of ADHD, of the, you know, brain disturbances, depression, anxiety are much higher for the teenagers who abuse it for just 1 year. So, you know, and with 5G coming out, it's not going to get any prettier, I'm afraid.
That's actually really frightening to hear, especially about the baby monitor thing. That's something that I hadn't considered at all. Are there any other devices in our homes that we pretty much all have got that we should be aware of that emit EMF?
Yeah, I mean, your hairdryer, your Hoover,
wow,
all of that. Yeah, the Hoover is massive, but obviously, I mean, you know, you don't use your Hoover like you use your laptop, right? So, I mean, I've got this little robot Hoover. I just push the button and it runs around, so I don't hold it. And it's brilliant because I can work and my house gets cleaned. So that's really, really great, you know, way to Hoover your house. I didn't buy it because of EMF. I just bought it because it's convenient. But now that I'm aware of what Hoovers do, I try and use that rather than a hand-hold Hoover. A hairdryer, I'm very lazy when it comes to drying my hair, so that's okay. But yeah, I mean, I know some people do a lot of that. Obviously, microwave is big. I don't have shields in my microwave because I don't really use it. I don't know. I mean, I use it to warm up my coffee sometimes, but that happens like once in a blue moon. But that's about it, you know. But if you use someone who uses microwave quite a lot, I would also put some EMF shields on there.
So there's an awful lot you have to be aware of, and yeah, it's quite frightening about the hairdryer. I use my hairdryer every day, so I think I need to be really aware of that, and perhaps get a shield
Yeah,
on
just
that.
take a sticker, just put a sticker on your hairdryer. That's it. There's a solution to it, especially if you use it all the time and you hold it in your hand, so it goes straight into your, into your cells, into your tissues. The thing is with the MF, we must remember, is that it doesn't just, affect us kind of on the outside layer. It breaks our DNA, our tissues, our cells. It affects our immune system. And if our immune system is weakened, it doesn't really generate the T cells. That can lead to weight gain, weight loss, appetite loss. It richly plays such havoc with our health that actually by talking on a phone, you can get really fat just because you're exposed to electromagnetic radiation. And there's a direct link between the two. I mean, I've got, so many clients who eat healthy, they exercise and this, but they don't understand why, they just keep on piling weight on. And that's, I'm not saying it is. Of course, there's weight is so many things, that control a weight gain or weight loss, but this is definitely something to watch out for.
So there's seriously a lot more to this than just, getting rid of the EMF. Wow, okay. I was just wondering about things like headaches, because I've got a couple of friends who have really debilitating headaches, and they're trying to work out why. And I'm just wondering if this could be one of the reasons that they have so much EMF in their house. What would you recommend to them?
EMF shields, first thing, definitely. And you may find that, once they get EMF shields, maybe even an earthing card, just to carry it on them, but definitely EMF shields everywhere. The thing is with the EMF shield, it's great, if you've got a phone and a laptop, but for example, if your neighbors have Wi-Fi boosters, or if you live close to the power lines, this, it's not going to be enough because it's all coming from outside, and that's where earthing card is really great. I mean, we don't even have any more painkillers. I do, but we never use them in our house because I've got 2 kids, 7 and 13, and if it's like a sports injury, I'll just stick a relief patch on my son. If my daughter gets stomach cramps, and she gets them quite a bit, I put it just under her sheet at night, and she sleeps in the card. If they get snotty, or the eyes are puffy, whatever, I can feel there's a bit of a flu symptoms, I put immunity patches on. And if I feel really shattered, like I am today, and I've got to go on until 3 in the morning, I'll just either sit with my earthing card, or I'll put some nitro patches on. So I mean, it's like, it's all natural. It's just frequencies. It's completely safe. It can be used by whole family, and there's no side effects.
So anybody with any condition can use these because they're all natural.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we do obviously have disclaimers, like on nitro, to say not to be used for anyone who's, I think, pregnant and got heart conditions. But that's because people got to understand this is an alternative product, and it's manufactured in America. And we've got clients with pacemakers with heart condition using nitro. And nitro, if even if you Google the benefits of nitric oxide, you will see for anyone with heart condition, they can only get benefits from it. But there will be disclaimers on all our products.
Sure, absolutely. We've talked about this a little bit, and we've talked about the benefits and a little bit about what would happen if you don't use EMF shields or an earthing card. But if we don't do anything about this, and we go through our life with all these gadgets, etc., hair dryers and printers and that sort of thing, I'm just thinking, I'm sitting next to a printer, I'm obviously looking at a laptop, I've used my hair dryer today, I've used my phone, what damage and that sort of thing are we doing to ourselves constantly if we don't use these EMF shields and the earthing cards?
Well, I think we've got to understand we're all different. I mean, you get people who have very happy lives, and they smoke and they drink and they're still healthy and they live until the 100s, right? You got people who obsess about the weight, eat super healthy, and have a heart attack at 40. So we are all very different. And also, it's very important what's in our minds. You can stick EMF shields all around your house, even on your forehead. But then if you're kind of like depressed and angry kind of person who only sees all the negative in your life, You may still collapse at the age of 50 from a heart attack or, you know, get some other disease. So I think it's just having everything in balance, you know. I mean, health is not just like a one thing. It's not just about what you eat or what you exercise. It's about balancing your nutrition with your exercise, with your environment. That's where EMF shields come, earthing cards, and also with your mindset. So I think it's just important to stay in balance, really.
So you're using it as a supplement to your lifestyle, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I mean, we work hard because we're not good for us. We try and eat healthy, at least most of the time, because we know that's our body's need. And then I think that's the same thing should be with EMF shields and earthing cards. We protect our bodies from the external stresses, from the surroundings, from the environment, and that's in our household, which is supposed to be like the safest environment we're in, but they not always are. You know, I mean, especially since the lockdown started, I've also spoken to quite a few parents who'd say the kids are stressed or they can't sleep, they've got headaches. And 10 out of 10, when I would ask, what is in your kid's bedroom, they'll say they put a Wi-Fi booster in there. You help with the internet, with the Wi-Fi signal, every time. And then if I ask them, when did they stop sleeping? It's like, would be like lightning bolts going in their head. It's like, oh, you think it's related? Yes, it is related.
Right, okay. Well, thanks, Lena. That's an awful lot of information there. And I was just wondering if somebody wanted to know a little bit more, how could they look you up?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm on LinkedIn, just Lena Thompson. You know, they can just get hold of me on LinkedIn, message me. It will be best. I also have an email, thompson.lena@gmail.com. And my website, which I will put in the comments once, you know, after we finish recording this, www.naturesfrequencies.com/UK. So if anybody wants to know especially more about the EMF shield, the signs, the laboratory test, it's underneath EMF shield. You can scroll down and everything is there. Every product we have is patented. It's got at least 2 patents. The EMF shields have been independently laboratory tested, also heart rate variable tested and used by many functional practitioners, you know, medical practitioners all over the world. So all the information is on the website.
That's fantastic. Thanks so much for spending time with me. I will certainly be trying these shields and an earthing card. So perhaps we can catch up at some point. I'll let you know how I get on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, well, thank you very much for talking to me today.
All right. Thanks, Lena.
Thanks, Ellen. Bye. Bye.